Thank you for liking the live. Egos is significant. Someone had some Egos this morning, or some waffles this morning. A frappe is significant also as well. A frappe with chocolate drizzle. None of this. You ain't did. None of this. Rich rising, rich rising. Rich Rising, Rich Rising. Thanks for liking the live. You smelled Eggo waffles at your place? That's funny. You probably got that gift. That gift. Some of you be feeling very ambitious at this time. All right, you be feeling you know, inspired at this time. Some of you could be feeling like you're wondering if this particular inspiration is going to run out, or you know, if it feels like just a moment, in a sense. Here is what I'm picking up on. And with that energy is you just got to keep your energy balanced. All right, is what I'm picking up on. So it's like you've been, yeah, I've been motivated, I've been getting tested. Like it's like there's something significant about you allowing yourself to keep yourself balanced at this time, because you may think that this inspiration is just kind of like spurts, or it's just coming in a spurt, or it's just like a moment, but it's not really a moment. It's actually a kickstart is what I'm picking up on. It's a kickstart for what I feel like with this energy, because we're slowing down with the seasons at this time. So it's like, even if you're not necessarily moving the way that you probably think that you're going to be moving in this next season, you know, preparation is still also key. So somebody is, you got some sort of ambition, or some sort of inspiration of something that is going to, you're going to be planting seeds for the winter season to come into harvest in spring. For some of you, you'll be coming into harvest of something in this fall season, is what I'm picking up on. So I feel like it's just keeping your energy balanced at this time, all right? So you don't fall into, I'm hearing the seasonal blues for the winter season and the fall season. So I feel like this fall season and this winter season is going to be preparation for you. So getting things prepped for the next season after the winter season. So it's like somebody, there's a lot of things that's going through clearing at this time. Hey, Mr. Protected. But there's a lot of things that's getting cleared at this time to prepare you for the next year, is what I'm picking up on. So it's like certain things that you may feel like you've been delayed in, or you may feel like you're needing to start it automatically right now. Your starting point is you laying the foundation, is what I'm picking up on. And by the time of next year, things will be much more smoother to run for you, is what I'm picking up on at this time. The list is open if you want to get a personal reading. I'm going to do a quick little message. 25 for a mini read. The King of Cups and the Ten of Cups. All right. Yeah, stability. All right. Someone's been opening themselves up to receive at this time. I am picking up on masculine energy with the King of Cups coming out here. All right. So someone could be opening up themselves to receive. to start off this particular stability, this happiness, this peace, also as well here. So it's like, I feel like it's like certain rough patches that are kind of cycling its way out, in a sense here. So summertime could have been kind of just like an eye opener, is what I'm picking up on. Like summertime, you've been kind of opening yourself up to, releasing, letting go of things and patterns that don't necessarily, hold weight anymore. Also, certain connections that don't hold weight anymore. I feel like there's certain things that are kind of just, burdens that are being released also as well. So it's like you're gonna start feeling much more lighter. Is what I'm picking up on. Now there may be certain, like, times during the winter season, or during these cold months, to where you may kind of feel a lot of, there may be some sadness that may come with that. But this is all to kind of get that energy stirred up out of there, is what I'm picking up on. So isolation could be significant. Some of you may be isolated, all right? But this is for you to, don't allow yourself with this isolation. Isolation brings elevation. So it's like, don't allow this isolation to make you feel like, you to where you start losing yourself. Isolation can bring, greatness, in regards to your purpose or the things that you're wanting to build, at this time, okay? You just got to be able to keep yourself balanced. This is when with you going into isolation, is bringing back your power. Is what I'm picking up on, your internal power. So it's like when you spend too much time externally, you can't build on that personal power. All right, yeah, it's like you've been delayed. All right, so that isolation is going to help you from being delayed in certain things, from distractions, with that isolation. So a lot of people don't like to sit with themselves, but when you sit with yourself, you get to realizing your own patterns. You know what I'm saying? You get to realizing that when there's no distractions and you're sitting by yourself, you're your own distraction. So it's like, so procrastination, if you struggle with procrastination, or you struggle with certain things that you know that you got to get done, it's like you can't blame it on anybody else because you've been isolated. You can't blame it on a relationship. You can't blame it on certain family members or friendships or whatever the case may be. You can only blame it on yourself at this point. So this is where you get to see, your own unhealthy patterns, also as well, when you get to sit in with yourself in isolation. You get to see in how unhealthy your mind may be, in regards to you overwhelming yourself, overworking yourself, or you clouding your environment with negative energy, negative mindset, things of that sort. All right. So what I feel like at this time is Spirit is preparing you at this time for the colder months, so that you can be more in aligned with divine source energy. All right, so that you don't allow yourself to destroy your own self during that time. So that you can actually allow yourself to prepare for the next season after that winter season. So it feels like a lot of like preparation right now, and when it starts getting towards these months, you start seeing the squirrels and, the animals, they start getting prepared for the colder months, the seasons of hibernation, of isolation, things of that nature. They start preparing, okay? So yeah, so something significant about that. Show what else. Yeah, judgment, reflection, renewal energy. So you're going into this reflection at this time. Our dynamic power system was developed using 1010 is significant, 111 is significant also as well. The 20th of this month could be significant. Show me what else. Yeah, 10-10 is heavy out here. 10 of Cups and the 10 of Pentacles. This is something that's very worth building at this time. It's like you gotta also allow yourself to get out of those habits, is what I'm picking up on. Because there's something that's worth building. That 10 of Cups and that 10 of Pentacles, it takes time to build that. You know, to come into that particular legacy energy. And to be really actually secure in where you're at as far as your happiness and your peace, your emotional stability, things of that sort. So it's like, you know, you may have some hiccups along the way. There may be certain things that you may be kind of, you know, boredom or whatever the case may be. But it's like that ambition is going to kick you back up. In a sense here, you got to allow yourself to have some sort of structure, is what I'm picking up on. All right, heavy masculine energy out here. All right, so it looks like the masculine is tapping back into their emotions or their, you know, emotional intelligence, as well as being more structured. It could be really leaning into your morals and your values, looking at things that you actually truly value nowadays. Could be significant with the King of Swords here. We also got the King of Cups also as well. I feel like you've been kind of coming more loyal to your pathway at this time. So it feels like you're taking that initiative at this time. Like I said, it's been nothing but masculine energy that's been coming out all this week. I have not been seeing much of the feminine energy that's been coming out. It's been mainly the masculine. All right, show me what else. Yeah, exactly. Hermit mode. Ace of Pentacles. Like it's like you're in this building season. It's relaying the foundation. So everything that had to crumble in this summer, or even in the spring, everything that had to crumble is being rebuilt at this time. And I'm also picking up on like sanctuary energy. So it's something about your foundation and your own sanctuary, your sanctuary within yourself, also as well. They want me to kind of like touch on that sanctuary, like read off sanctuary is what I'm picking up on. Sanctuary sanity, also as well as what I'm picking up on. So it's something in regards to your sanity surrounding your sanctuary, is what I'm picking up on. Okay. It says here, a sanctuary is a place of safety, refuge, and holiness. Um, so a place of sanctuaries, holiness, a sacred space. So like a temple. So I feel like this is like your energy, the sanctuary within yourself. Because sanity and sanctuary is kind of like, you know, goes hand in hand. So it's like you creating a sanctuary within yourself, that wholeness, that safe space within yourself at this time. Um, so it's like not also looking outside of yourself for the sanctuary, not looking outside of yourself for the holiness, or for someone to complete you and you becoming more complete within yourself at this time. And I'm hearing for your own sanity. So sanity is the state. So for your own sanity. So sanity is the state of having a healthy, rational mind, and sound judgment, or sound mental judgment. All right. The mental health, the condition of being mentally sound and free from mental illness. So rationality, the ability to think, reason, and act in a logical and sensible way. The clarity of stability in a chaotic situation, keeping your sanity. All right. So it's like I feel like with this energy, with you becoming to wholeness in regards to your sanctuary within yourself, and keeping that sanity in your mind is going to be able to allow you to make certain decisions that is going to benefit you in the long run. In a sense, here is what I'm picking up on. So it's like I feel like you're leaning more into this like particular wisdom here with this. You stepping into this hermit mode. Virgo energy could be significant. This could also be during Virgo season. We are coming up on Virgo season. When does Virgo season start? It starts on the 22nd for Virgo season. So Virgo season, or Virgos is very analytical, also as well. All right. And they're also naturally organized. Virgo is an earth sign. So during this time of, August 22nd and forward, some of you may be feeling the energy to organize, to get more organized within your mind or get more organized in your home. Preparation type of energy also as well, getting more settled, comfort, getting more comfortable. During those colder months and during the fall season, we start getting more, comfy in our house. So creating that comfortable spot. So, and also they can be very reliable when it comes to Virgos also as well. Virgos are very reliable. They're very analytical, also as well. So, but sometimes their challenges, they can be hypercritical, they can be chronic overthinkers, and also professionalism, perfectionists, and also sometimes stubborn. So, with this particular energy, and also is deeply helpful in nature also as well. So also that Virgo energy is like that Mother Earth energy also as well, Mother Nature energy. So some of you may be coming back to nurturing yourself, nurturing your mind, your body, your spirit at this time. Okay. And I feel like that's what's been bringing that sanity, for yourself, is being able to nurture yourself. All right. Like I said, not looking for something outside of yourself to nurture you. So whether that is a substance, drinking or smoking, or, getting up under somebody else, with that codependency surrounding another person, to make you feel better. This is kind of you being in that solitude to seek yourself, to bring your own sanity to your own sanctuary, is what I'm picking up on. Always talk about change the game for those after you. Baby broke the kids only hope to live. Stick together through this shit, so that's what we did. I read all the money, going in. We ain't playing around, you do my nigga, jumping in. Still passing. Baby doing what you doing, love my brother, I'm gonna say you 234 and 911 as I look up. All right. So you can be seeing 234. You can be seeing 911 also as well. You can be seeing 1234 and 123. All right. So 911 urgent messages, at this time. So it's like the current energy, the energy that you're needing to, allow to kind of marinate and cultivate at this time. Is what I'm picking up on. So it's like this is not the energy that that's futuristic energy. This is you preparing now. If you've been seeing that 911, so it's like kind of get yourself together at this time, for this energy. Some of you may be in a space to where you've been picking up on a lot of anger. Um, the 28th is significant. The 28th is around the time for the lunar eclipse. Also, as well, we've been having some transits to where angry outbursts is, possible. Also, as well, right now at this time. Okay, the energy is heightened with emotions. Um, but some of you may be clearing out this anger, also as well, being frustrated with the situations at hand. But I feel like what this anger is teaching you is, where is it coming from? It's like, what is it that you can, why are you really truly angry, and where is it coming from? With this particular angry, are you angry at the fact that things have been delayed? Well, why has things been delayed? Is what I'm picking up on. It's like you got to really actually sit with that. You know how we can be, very irritated about the way things are showing up on the external and the way our life is looking and things of that nature. Well, sometimes you got to allow yourself to slow down to really actually analyze, well, this is how I got here. Is what I'm picking up on. So it's like, how did you get to that point of being able to, or get to that point to where you have to, you're in that space of anger? It's like, did you make certain mistakes, or did you make certain decisions that was, irrational? Did you? But yeah, you see, you get my drift in regards to that energy. So it's like, I feel like this is where you're needing to analyze more of your situation versus actually just being mad about it. is what I'm picking up on. So it's like using that critical thinking at this time is what I'm picking up on. Because in all actuality, when we think about certain things, anger really is not going to get you anywhere, unless you allow yourself to act on anger. And a lot of times when we act on anger, we do certain things that we may regret or we may not regret in a sense. Um, you know, um, just depends, all right? Just depends on who you are, also as well. But I feel like with the anger, it's like you can't really get anywhere with anything. You continuously being mad at the world or being mad at certain things is not going to help solve the problem. So it's like you gotta analyze that anger and where that anger is coming from, and actually take lead in regards to direction of getting out of that energy. So yeah, show me what else here. So this is what's also caused the delay, because anger fell right onto the Six of Swords in reverse, which is stuck energy, which is irritability, which is no movement, instability also as well. So like I said, someone could be mad because it's like you're used to things moving so fast. But it's like when spirit takes time for you to sit down, you can't be mad about certain things. You got to actually just allow yourself to go through the motions of it. Allow things to cycle its way out. What goes up must always come down, type of energy. All right. Yeah, exactly. Unlimited possibilities. So it's like, even though you may be feeling stuck, or certain things feel kind of stuck at this time, you got to also come back to understanding that there's also, possibilities. Things when, the wheel is going to continue to turn. You just got to allow it to turn. You just got to turn it in a sense. All right. We have times when we're down, what I'm saying? We got times when we're up, you know, uh, same with society, same with the weather, or same with Mother Nature. There's times of rest and there's times of movement. And if you've been always on the move and you ain't been having no time of rest, that's why spirit is sitting you down. All right. Especially when you are connecting more with divine, or you're praying more, or spirit's trying to help you get on track because you've been praying to get on track, or you've been praying for certain answers. It may not be how you want it to look. So sometimes, to get you course corrected, in a sense, spirit may, sit you down by you not having a car, what I'm saying, or your car is messed up, to where you gotta wait to get it fixed, in a sense. So it's like there's just certain things that divine may use to sit you down so that you can actually be able to reflect. It just all depends on what you're going to do with that energy. Somebody, you have two different energies. You can have somebody that will sit there and be angry and mad at the world. Oh my God, I'm so upset. What I'm saying? You just upset every day. What I'm saying? Or you can have somebody who looks on the brighter side, to where it's like, well, what I'm saying? This is my situation. I got to figure out what it is for right now. And, I'm going to keep on moving forward. You gotta shift your mindset in regards to that. Be grateful for the things that you may have outside of that particular situation. Okay. Life is not always going to be, rainbows and unicorns and things of that such. It's not always going to be like that. And that's the same thing in regards to spirituality. A lot of people like to glorify, spirituality and make things look very easy all the time. And that's not the case. Same with manifesting. It's not always going to be easy manifesting all the time, as well. That manifestation takes work. It takes, mental work also as well. So yeah, show me what else. Yeah, the name of the song is called Blueprint. Excuse me. Confirmation. But the name of that kind of hurt my chest. So someone's chest could be tight. Someone could be feeling like your chest being tight also as well could be significant. There's something about you releasing that chest tightness. It feels like heart chakra, in a sense here. All right, so it's like vulnerable, opening up that vulnerable space within your heart. But the name of the song is called Blueprint, all right? So I feel like with this energy, it's kind of like you're just, like I said, laying out the blueprint, laying out the foundation, all right, at this time. You know, it's kind of looking at everything, you know, looking at you, looking at your habits, you know, looking at the things that you may escape from, you know, also as well for you being disciplined, looking at your mental habits also as well, you know, but it's kind of just laying things out on the table is what I'm picking up on. Yeah, it's Nipsey and Davies. Um, so spiritually, chest tightness. 444 as I stopped the what's the name? It says 444 right there. As I stopped it. So spiritually, chest tightness is usually a sign of an emotional or energetic blockage in the heart chakra. All right, yeah, like I said, it sits in the center of the chest. All right, so heart chakra blockage represents a struggle of giving or receiving love, forgiveness, and compassion. You know, also as well. So you may be someone who's an overgiver. Also as well, you're overly giving, you know, but you don't open yourself up to receive the love, in a sense here. Also, you may have certain things in your heart space to where you have not forgive yourself or forgiven others in regards to things that may have hurt you or took a part of that heart chakra, in a sense, or hurt your heart. So that can also be grief. You may have a lot of grief and sorrow. You may be feeling like a heavy heart. You know, when you go through heartbreak, your heart just feels heavy, like you just feel heavy in your heart space. You know, that also is significant. You got to allow yourself to process those emotions, to process it out, process the heartbreak. Because if you're jumping from connection to connection and not processing the heartbreak, you're pretty much just putting a build up over it. You know, you're just kind of, what's it called? You're kind of putting concrete on a sense of it, in a sense. You're just kind of laying foundation over it and laying foundation over it. And then it's like once you start experiencing having a heart chakra opening to where your heart is starting to open, you feel overwhelmed by all the emotions because you kept on putting all those, you know, those layers of concrete on your heart space. So, you know, and sometimes that can manifest into, you know, heart attacks, also as well, you know, when it comes to that physical portion of that. All right, because you're holding too much grief and sorrow in your heart space. All right. But yeah, so you can be absorbing heavy emotions, things of that nature also as well. But allowing yourself to release it. How do you release that energy? You allow yourself to cry. All right. You also you express your emotions out loud, also as well. Or you journal, things of that nature. Also, you can take some time for breath work, also as well. So allow yourself to meditate and have times of breath work, when you're focusing deeply on your breath, is significant. And then also yoga can also help with that. So some of you could be seeing 444. All right, if you've been having like chest pain, you know, in a sense, or you just been going through a heart chakra opening to where you've been feeling an overwhelming sensation of emotions but not really sure where it's coming from, also as well. 3, 4, 5, 6 is what I just seen also as well. So 3, 4, 5 is significant. Hey Archie, show me what else. And I'm gonna close this message out. If you want to get a personal, the link is in the bio for my Cash App and my PayPal. Yeah, it's like this is all in divine timing. All right, divine timing. Someone could be 28 years old. Someone could be 30 years old. 37, 29. Also as well. All right. So changes at this time. All right. So it's like you're going through the moves, you're going through the shifts, you're going through the changes at this time, Ashe. Show me what else. duality, all right? It's all good also as well. All right, so I feel like with this energy is kind of just embracing the duality between the two. All right, so it's like that, that as above, so below, so within, so without. So if you've been in that energy too, like I said, you've been out here a lot. It's time for you to interchange it. You got to kind of change those, or allow that energy to kind of shift, allow that energy to flow the way it's supposed to flow. Like I said, whatever goes up comes down. Also as well. So it's like it's one of those things to where if you've been focused out externally, allow yourself to come back. If you've been too much internally, allow yourself to live out loud. Also as well. So we gotta allow ourselves to kind of shift and change. Whatever the energy is bringing for us at that time. Okay. All right, and it's all good. All right, it is all good at this time. All right, integration and new beginnings, Ashe and perception. All right, that yin and that yang energy. All right, embracing the light energy and the dark energy also as well. So that's why when you are also when you have the times of your spiritual journey, you got to allow yourself to, take care of your shadow. Also as well, which is the versions of you that you may not want the external or people to see about that, or in regards to yourself also as well, or those toxic patterns or those toxic habits, things of that sort. With that energy, you got to allow that to integrate. You got to take a step back and do that particular reflection energy. All right, there's always a time for something to be integrated. All right, new beginnings is on the rise here. All right, change your perception in the way that you see certain things, also as well at this time. The balance between the two. All right, last messages for the collective. 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 Hey, Crystal. So, flame of courage. Also as well, not afraid of hardships at this time. All right. So not being afraid of the things, like I said, the things that maybe, when you have those downtimes, not being afraid of those hardships and allowing yourself to have the courage to move through that energy. Okay. Fire energy is also, purification. So the things that you're being purified from. Sometimes the things that you may feel like is not working for you is actually working for you. You just got to take a step back and analyze it. All right. So a lot of like analyzing energy, a lot of, taking a step back to kind of just, pay attention to what's kind of going on in your reality. Is what I'm picking up on. So some of you may be getting guided to do so with that. Confront challenges with courage, for they are stepping stones to growth and wisdom. All right. Receiving the flame of courage. Ignite the flame of courage, lighting the path of bravery amidst the shadows of fear. So, some of you may need to work on your root chakra at this time. All right. Because there may be certain things that you may be kind of fearing at this time of change. All right. It could be significant. Yeah, embrace courage. Oh, so it's a lot of courage energy out here, child. All right. Flames of courage, embrace courage. All right. So the word of the day, all right, is courage at this time. All right. So allow yourself to embrace that courage at this time. Okay. All the fears that's coming up, the things, the unknowns, whatever the case may be, allow yourself to be strong. All right. At this time, so that you can move through the energy. Yeah. Fulfilling promise. All right. Also as well here. All right, change is never going to always come easy, also as well. So maybe you're used to taking the easy route, and it's like, and things are shifting to where you gotta it's kind of giving medium and then hard in a sense here is what I'm picking up on. So it's like, you're not going to always get the easy route. You're always going to get a slap on the wrist, type of energy. So sometimes you just got to roll with the punches. Is what I'm picking up on. All right. Some of you may have recently picked up a white feather. All right. That's spirit allowing or confirming to you that clarity is here. Clarity is coming, or, that fulfilling promise of the direction that you're wanting to go as you're being guided. So spiritual guidance is that white feather also as well that you may have found. All right. At this time, they're letting you know that your angelic support is there. Is what I'm picking up on. Okay. All right. That is it for the collective at this time. If you want a personal reading, the link is in the bio for my Cash App and my PayPal. Thank you, Archie. And child, y'all gonna quit playing thinking that y'all can play in my face as well, child. Okay. I just be thinking it's so funny. It's so funny, child. It's so funny.
Quality, it matters. Especially if you want to play in the same space as Aloe, Lululemon, or Board. Their work really. So the first move is figure out which company can actually deliver a quality product to you. And that's where I found Cat Stitch. Now I'm going to invite my wife on here going to show off these leggings because I don't look good in leggings. First word that comes to mind when you put these on.
The first thing I noticed was the quality was amazing.
If you saw these and felt them in a store, would you buy them?
Yeah, I would. These feel exactly like what I have in my drawers.
Just let everybody know she has a lot of Aloe and a lot of Lulu. Do they feel like $20 leggings? Because that's how much they cost. That's literally how much they cost.
I'm serious. If I was blindfolded and stuck my hand in my drawers,
Thank you. I do write some poetry. Like for myself. I do.
And from Aloe, I guarantee.
I do. Oh.
I guess we'll just compare it to Aloe and Lulu. You can learn a lot more Aloe than Lulu.
I will say these leggings are the twin of Lulu. The tank top feels like some Aloe fabric that I have.
We've tested out multiple ones before.
Well, it looks like you found it on another page. I wrote a few poetry books, post my creative poem. Mimi's on here. Nice, nice. Thank you. Brooklyn. Yeah, if you want to book a live reading, I am here now. I move on my spirit, so when spirit tells me that certain people are playing in my face or acting funny on me, or I just need to remove them, then that's exactly what I do. Thank you. It's been a Nipsey day. Okay. I have fake pages of readers trying to get in my energy. I had to make sure you real. Definitely not a fake page over here. Okay. I do have some people trying to mimic my page though, for sure. The little spam accounts, but eh.
Your glasses change the way you see. Starting at $95, including prescription.
Why spend weeks and overpay for stones when you can get the same thing from just hours with Gemstone? These easy to install Gemstone keys give your home the look of stone for about half the cost.
Gemstone provides a foundation, very clean install to get the same finished look of the stone product. Fantastic quality.
It's definitely weird energy. It is definitely weird energy.
Put a photo of your home and instantly see how Gemstone would enhance your home. Choose your perfect color and bring your vision to life. Just like this project that started in the visualizer and finished with a stunning transformation. Visit gemstone.com to try out the visualizer right now. Once you have your design, click Price Your Project, and our pros will tell you how much gemstone you need and even guide you or your installer through your project. Visit gemstone.com to see gemstone in your home today.
Were you booking a reading? Was you booking a reading today, right now, or was you waiting to book a reading? That's what I was waiting on. I was waiting to see if you was about to book, because I'm about to get up off of here. Okay.
These dumb bills work, they don't believe it. The niggas try to see the message, we don't receive it. When it's all up for the shit, we can't forget how to